Alrighty, haven't even got my Just Grab It glove on yet, but just got this on a, I was using a double jig and just got this nice fat trout out here doing a little R&D on a Morning Glory matrix shad and 1/4 ounce jig head. That's a nice trout. Like I said, I don't even have my Just Grab It glove on yet. So, they're here. Let's measure them up and see how big he is. Let me get a rags here. I made a few casts with some my Larry Dahlberg wide glide. Had a few blow-ups, so I knew they were here. That's a 20-inch trout right there now. In the box. I'll show you what I was getting blown ups on. You know, a subsurface topwater type lure is always good to survey with. And this is the best looking mullet I've ever seen as far as a hard plastic. It's called a Larry Dahlberg's wide glide. I also have one in 8-inch and 4 ounces, but this little guy right here was getting blown up on and they were missing it. So I grabbed the old matrix shad, what we had all the good luck on yesterday, or the day before, I guess it was Monday. Today's Wednesday. All right, let's see what the rest I can do here. Just jigging, popping this stuff off up on these matrix shads off the bottom out here in the middle of the day. But this is how I do most of my R&D. Trying a new spot. I actually heard somebody might have even had a snook right here at this spot, hooked up earlier this week. All right, let me get to work. You go from 20 inches to this. Oh man, he wanted it bad. Right through the eye socket. He'll be okay though. 20 incher, and then, what is that? 11 incher? Another one. It's really funny, where we were sitting the other day, there's a boat sitting exactly where I was sitting. Must have read my report. Alright, nice little 15-incher. Measure up. Yep, almost 16 inches. Okay, hooked up here with another one. Ain't big, ain't huge. This might not even be a keeper. Nope, just a 14-incher. Let him go. I'm looking for the big monster one that my customer's daughter, Mackenzie, had the other day. I hooked it on a matrix shad, a single jig. I handed her the rod, and it shook like violently, like a tarpon on the surface. Rattling its gills, and it got off right on the side of the boat right here. So I know they're in here. We had a 4-pounder, and that one was about 6 that she lost. I keep my eye for when the mullets start running along the bank here. I might have to throw the old mullet lure here. I caught a big trout on that right down in this area before. It was about 4 pounds on that lure. So, and it was in deep water too. There we go. That's a good one. Oh yeah, that's a decent fish. This is the way you want to do it. Get these big, nice trout. Middle of the summer here, this water is just getting right after double tropical storms. At least, I don't know. This might not be a trout. Oh yeah, it's a trout. It's a sweetheart too. Oh yeah. This is what makes Dave's world go round. Oh yeah. On the rear jig of the matrix shad. Let's see, I think that one would be referred to as Magneto or Morning Glory. It's kind of have a blue silver to it. Looks exactly like a glass minnow or rain minnow if you're from Texas. All right. Yep, let me see how big this one is. Well, it's another 20-incher. I'll take these all day long. Yes, sir. This is what makes Dave's world go round. If you like catching something besides catching nice trout, well, we could try that. But while the getting's good, I like doing this. And the getting is good right now because this water is, oh shoot, there's another one. This water is getting right. Tomorrow I'll be out shark fishing with John and Terry and the kids. There's one. Another one. Oh. Oh yeah, that's a decent fish. Shaking his head, shaking his head. Well. Oh! He was right there. Got right off. All right, well, can't win them all. Okay, I moved locations a little bit and I caught a couple more. So, as a matter of fact, this whole area is where they're at. There was one right there. Almost every time I slide down and move to a new spot, first cast I get slammed. I had a few ladyfish. That's inevitable. And I got a snag. I lost my double rig. So now I'm just fishing a single rig on a 3/8 ounce jig head. Just a unpainted 3/8 ounce jig head. There's one. With a just a gold eagle claw hook. That's, I think it's a 536 hook. Alright. This ain't a huge one. But, you know, as long as they're 15 inches, them son of a guns are going in the box. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better than 15 inches. Nice box fish. And I'll tell you, they're sucking down these dang. I guess, you know, it could be any soft plastic really. But I've had such good luck on these matrix shads from Dockside Bait and Tackle. I don't know what it is about them. I just have really good luck with them. Yeah, that's a nice 16 incher. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Got the limit. But what I really want is that 5 or 6 pounder. Like we had the other day. God, that fish was a stud that Mackenzie had hooked up. I hooked it and she was reeling it in. Did I mention how hot it is out here? About this time last year, I did a video down the same area this time last year using the old clicker corks, popping corks, and a live shrimp. And then, they're making noise in there. I caught some black drum on dead shrimp. And then actually on dead shrimp, I caught a couple 14-pound reds. I got a good report about some big yellowmouth, some weak fish, and some decent sized croakers. So as soon as I box the 6th trout, I'm gonna go give that a try instead of bottom fishing. Kind of over the old bottom fishing thing. So let's see if I can get another one here. They like this little portion of the bank here. It's a little deeper than everywhere else. Where I fished at the beginning, it was actually 4.5, 5.5, and then dropped off real quick to 10, 15 foot. And here I'm sitting in 10.5, and I'm off the bank the exact same distance. So it's a little depression in here, and they're liking the little deeper water, which I can't blame them. It's hotter than all get out here, just like it was this time last year, except the water's a little nicer because of all the storms. Burl and Debbie. It finally took this long, which now we're talking, let's see, what was it? Burl was on Memorial Day weekend. And then Debbie, I think, was about 2-3 weeks later. And it took all this time. Today it's what, July, I wish I knew, July 25th, 24th, let me see. Yeah, it's July 25th. And it took all this time for this water to get really right. I've had a few ladies, and we didn't have none here the other day. But there's a fish. But at the same time, you find the ladies, smaller trout here. You find the ladies, and then you find the trout. They're all in the same water. Woo! Come on, dude. Okay, this one just might make it. This ain't Louisiana where you can drop every single fish in the box because they only have to be 25 inches at 12 inches at 25 per person. Oh, good God, I wish they were though. Decent fish. I don't think he's gonna make it. In Florida, we got this thing called the law stick. You gotta constantly be measuring. Okay, he was just barely 15 if I squeeze the tail, so I'll be nice and let that one be free. You know, you go all so long and the trout are so hard to find in any quantity. I find it, since a person like me, I eat fish and I eat lots of them. And I fish to eat fish. And, you know, 12 fillets, what's that good for? One dinner? One lunch? So that's the reason I'm right back out here again. I got a little bit left over from the other day. And like I told my customers the other day, I cleaned all the fish and they took 13 or so home. They left me 5. And I had those 10 fillets and I said to Jim, oh, you're making me have to go get a 12-pack of PBR, stoke up the fish cooker, and sit on the back porch and fry fish. And he said, is that a bad thing? I said, hell no, that ain't a bad thing. So, but if you find the ladies, as long as they're not too thick, the trout and the ladies are in the same water. That's the way it's been going. It's so hot, my sunglasses are almost fogging. There's no breeze, and this is only for the diehards, of which I am one. Just like in the winter, if it's 20 degrees in the morning, and that's what you got to do. There's one. And that's what you got to do to... Oh, he just got off. If it's 20 degrees in the wintertime, and that's what you got to do to get out there to get them, then you got to do it. If it's 110 degrees in the dang shade, well, if you want some trout, then that's what you got to do to get them. All right, well, here's a bonus fish. Got a little flounder here. Little flounder, let me say. Besides ladies, That's the only other fish I've really had. I'm gonna let him go. So I'm on another spot now. The spot I was on kind of petered out. I moved around a little bit and just hooked a couple more ladies, so I'm trying another spot. I got one more I can put in the box, and then that'll be it. Time to move on. Let's see if I can get one more keeper trout. Sure like to have a big one. Oh, there was a bite right there. I think I sure did better on those avocado colored matrix shads. I mean, they were hitting those things with no abandon the other day. That's a fancy word, no abandon. Alright, well, let's see if I can get another one here and then I can move on. I'm sitting on a spot where the current's moving pretty good. Oh geez, they're hitting it and it's not even, I haven't even done anything yet. I'm fishing some underwater rock piles right now. You gotta watch because boy, I'll tell you, you get snagged in them. I already burned one jig the minute I got here. I'm fishing in about 17, 16 foot of water. Throwing shallow and dropping it down a bank, underwater bank. And on that bank is submerged rock piles that are like Velcro. Your jig hits it, you ain't ever seeing it again for some reason. I'm pitching up into 4 foot of water, working it back to this. Oh, there's one. I didn't even jig it and he was on there. Uh-oh. Looks like a heavy fish. Running to the back of the boat. This is acting like a flounder again. Big trout. Not big, but I mean, whoa, Palm Beach release right there. That's a good way to end the 6. Now we're talking. Whoa! I never got my 5-6 pounder, but then again, under these conditions, hot as Hades, I'll take that all day long. I'll take that all day long. Good 18, 19 solid fish. Good solid fish. Whew. This time I caught them on the I'm running out of colors here, folks. Now I caught them on, I think, the 4th of July color here. No, that's not 4th of July. Mardi Gras color. Alrighty, well, let me count them. I think I got 6, and now I can go look for some yellowmouth and big croaker. I don't know what that's going to do, but we'll see. Alright, well, you can tell where I'm at, underneath the big bridge. I went for yellowmouth, and I got him. Well, I got one. Oh, I'm out of the shade that quick. I know where they usually hang, so this is the benefit. This is the gravy fish if you just want some more fillets. That's a decent one, so I'm gonna give it a shot. See if I can catch 4 more. Well, these fish are all running really nice size. There's number 2. All on the soft plastics, and they're absolutely ripping the hell out of these damn things. I was right in the middle there, the battery went dead.